Hello everyone. This video may be similar to Spicy Take Salad, a series by Arlo, except it might be more serious. I hate the fact that the Switch is a hybrid system. I've never seen the appeal on handheld gaming rather than waiting to experience the game in its best form possible on a large screen with better graphics. The Switch's nature means that we are forced to sacrifice console horsepower for the sake of a feature I never use. The opinion makes sense to some extent, since console horsepower could allow for things that can be cooler, like for example a 4K Mario. However, I lie more on the opposite side, where if I had to choose one of them to be the only one left, it would be handheld gaming, due to convenience as well as the idea that more fun and possibly engagement is more important than more power. How my recent gaming has been though could go against this because there has been a hiatus of gaming in for some time in my life, and less gaming overall and stuff. So yeah, and I haven't really played the Nintendo Switch or the DS recently either. However, it is true that the Switch is held back by the handheld aspect in terms of power. No game is worth $70 regardless of company. This depends on your perspective and how you value money. An alternative perspective is to realize that games and art is a lot more costly and expensive than we realize. A lot of us don't truly understand the effort, time, and money that goes into such projects that we likely wouldn't put the same amount of effort into many things. Even the laziest games and art likely had a lot of input that went into it. If Nintendo makes it impossible to buy their games legitimately, illegitimate means are okay. No one should have to pay $175 to pay Twilight Princess on a GameCube. That example may not be the best example given that it has been released on two other consoles. As to the point, this deals with preservation, emulation, copyright, and so on. Is it okay to play games for free when playing them legally is not as reasonable as it should be? Well, let's change some of the dynamics of that question. What if it was a smaller company or one person? What if they were available? What if you knew that in 5 years' time, every problem we have with Nintendo in regards to their older games was resolved? Does the answer to the question change? Why does it change? While this may be wrong, it may be best to have more permanent moral reasoning rather than one that can change based on more temporary things. Thus, it may be best to either believe it is always okay or that it is never okay. If you played one Mario Kart, you played them all. Super Mario Kart might be a counterexample. Even if we limit it to Mario Kart Wii to Mario Kart 8, there might still be distinct differences like gliding. Technically, basic mechanics can link them, but that might be true for a lot of series and such. Like for example, a similar argument might be like Super Mario Galaxy 2. If you played that, you played the first game. It's like maybe that's kind of true, but at the same time, there's distinct differences as well. I mean, of course, it is maybe a matter of opinion, but anyway. The Switch successor will likely underperform if it's quote just the better Switch. NES greater than SNES, DS greater than 3DS. If it wants to keep sales momentum, it'll need a central selling point, aka a gimmick. I believe that gimmick should be two screens. That might be true, though it might also be true that it would underperform even with something new. As for the two screens thing, though, if they do it right, then it could be a good system. However, it might not be original enough. What may need to be done is a way to increase the gaming audience through a blue ocean effect, perhaps without alienating the more core audience. Maybe a either good or bad idea is something that deals with projection technology, like for example, 3D projection, or like something that makes it where you could like have a 2D projection of a screen like suspended in midair. If you want, discuss below. Bye everyone.